Hi, everybody. My name is Anna Behm. I am the e-content specialist at the Reaching Across Illinois Library System, and I'm here to talk to you about some of the e-content services available to you from Rails. So right now, I'm going to tell you about Biblioboard. And we just did something new. We just debuted a new site that we're really excited about, and I'm very excited to tell you about it. It is the Rails for Schools Biblioboard site. So it's a separate Biblioboard site with content that is focused specifically on school users. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what that means in just a minute. So to access the Rails for Schools Biblioboard site, you can do it either via a computer or mobile device. There is an app. And the site is very mobile friendly if you choose to go that route. I do want to point out the specific URL for the Rails for Schools Biblioboard site is railsforschools.biblioboard.com, and that will take you to this focused site. The content is displayed in modules and then organized into anthologies, collections, and curations, which you see on the home page here. Some specifics about the site. So the really cool thing about the Rails for Schools Biblioboard site is that it provides streamlined access to educational content on Biblioboard. And it also restricts access to all other content that you're going to be able to find on the main Biblioboard site. So you're not going to be able to access the independently published adult novels that are on Biblioboard. You're only going to be able to get the educational content that's available. The materials are available to anyone in Illinois. It is geolocated to the entire state of Illinois. You do not need a login. You do not need a library card. And all of the items on Biblioboard are available for simultaneous use. So everybody in the classroom could sit down and be reading the same book at the same time via Biblioboard. So I'm going to give you some examples of some of the content that you're going to be able to find on the Rails for Schools Biblioboard site. So for example, we do have a collection of picture books for early learners via Spotted Owl Press, some sort of basic content about shapes, and numbers, and letters. We also have a couple of collections of materials available from two educational publishers, from Abdo and Time for Kids. Both of these collections also include many titles in Spanish, which we have collected into its very own curation, books in Spanish, so you can access those directly. There's also a collection of items from the Chicago Children's Museum, and these are educational and activity books that focus on art, science, and on building community. We also have the Recovering the Classics collection, which is a collection of classic books that are in the public domain, and then artists have reimagined and recreated covers for those books. And so all of those titles are available to read on Biblioboard. And then the covers are available for you to download to use for marketing and promotion, or whatever you want to use them for. And I've put the link to access those covers. You can actually access those on the Rails website, so railslibraries.info. You can grab those covers, download them, like I said, and sort of make whatever you want from those. It's a pretty exciting resource. You also have access to thousands of primary source materials via Biblioboard. You have posters and newspapers and all sorts of resources that are organized into hundreds of different educational subjects. These are all part of the Common Core collection, which again gives you access to hundreds of different topics. And the cool thing about this collection is that also includes, and many of these collections include teaching guides, Common Core curriculum guides on several of these subjects. So you can use that to build lesson plans if you'd like. So those are just a few of the resources available on the Rails for Schools Biblioboard site. If you have any questions, don't be a stranger. There's my contact info. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about Biblioboard.